I was 12 years old and everybody else had left the dinner table 20 minutes earlier. But I remained seated under the eye of my mom, who said, "Keep eating it until you're done." Now, the it she was referring to was a hunk of suety oleaginous gristle, a clump of sebaceous adiposity, or more commonly called fat. Now, my mom honestly believed that fat is good for you, and maybe that was so, but the problem was I simply could not swallow it. I could chew on that thing for hours, days, weeks, and make less progress than a snail traveling from Terrebonne to Lapine. Sometimes I would sneak the fatty chunk into my cupped hand, and then I'd let it fall to the floor, where below me the dog would eagerly gobble it up. And that might have worked if we had a dog. In fairness, my mom may simply have been ahead of her time regarding the idea of eating a diet high in animal fat. After all, the FDA, nutritionists, just about every other expert disagrees about which foods are actually healthy these days. Now, you take butter, please. Recent studies say that butter might actually be good for you, and it almost certainly is better than those margarine substitutes. I know what you're thinking. I can't believe it's not butter is not better than butter, but in fact butter is better than I can't believe it's not butter. But it turns out that butter contains cancer-fighting fats. It protects against arthritis, hardening of the arteries, helps promote a healthy brain and nervous system. That is the good news about butter. So start spreading it. So what else exactly is good for you? Granola, right? Wrong. Most of it is loaded with sugar. On the other hand, a tablespoon of sugar contains 0 granola. My mom may have told us to eat our fat, but she never said, "Now you kids eat every bite of that sugar." Trail mix is healthy, yes? Nope. Too much sugar and calories, plus more salt and less fun than a margarita. Experts say it would be healthier to bring a spoon on your hikes and then eat pieces of the trail itself. And they say that anything that's processed is bad for you too. Now, I'm not sure what that process is, but it's bad. It's kind of like the political process. Perhaps you've heard about something called the paleo diet. That refers to the Paleolithic period of human history. I'm not really sure what that diet is, but it sounds prehistoric. It's probably a diet rich in insects, hyenas, fossils. The next period was called the Mesolithic, and that's where the food and beverages got a lot better, but it was still pretty primitive. Mesolithic people had only stone axes and crude farm equipment and basic cable. They lived in an age where the study of nutrition was not a thing. Besides, those were the dark ages, so nobody could really see what they were eating anyway. I just realized that my wife is out of town, and she left me this pork belly sandwich. Even the bread in this thing is loaded with fat. I gotta ditch this. Luckily, my mom is not around. Plus, I have a dog now. Come here, buddy. Yeah, you eat that. It's good for you.